Hello and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are recreating Cory's place from the original Sims Hot Date expansion. This is a restaurant, so it is using the base game and the Dine Out pack only. This was from a viewer request, so thank you. When I got the request, I was actually already thinking of doing this build, of adding a restaurant to my Newcrest original Sims recreation world that I'm sort of moving through. But thank you so much for the request because it was a very fun build. As you can see here, what I'm basically doing is creating a template for myself based on Cory's place from the original Sims game, Hot Date. And then I divide it up, take it apart, and Sims 4ify it, for lack of a better term. So I expand the kitchen, I move this outdoor dining area back a little bit, and I put it up on a little hill so it kind of fits better into the landscape. And then I build an indoor dining space, only because if you have seasons installed, which I do, you kind of will need an indoor dining space depending on what world you might want to put this in. You can see here I am building this patio pretty accurate to the original build, but like I said, I do tear it up a little bit. I end up moving the waiter station into the front dining area that I build. But overall, I think it is pretty accurate. I picture this as kind of like a fine dining space. I set it to experimental cuisine, I think. I'm not sure if it downloads from the gallery with the same menu or if you have to go in and set it yourself, but that's what I set it as in my game. Because I think this is a place that you would go for like a nice date night or a birthday or a special occasion like that. I don't really see it as an everyday dining space. For some reason, it just reads as upscale to me. So I hope you can see my vision. This is overall a pretty simple build, but it has a lot of landscaping. And I didn't screen capture all of the landscaping only because it kind of gets repetitive. I basically pick an assortment of plants. I think in this case I have like 7 or 8 core plants, and then I just decide where each of them is going to go, and I go section by section and build them. I also did a pond and some other things, which I think I did film, but if you download this from the gallery, you will see there is a lot more landscaping than appears in the video. It's in the screenshots here as well, but if you open it up in the gallery and you're like, where did all these plants come from? It's because I spent hours landscaping this build, and I just don't think it would be interesting to watch me scrolling through plants and like moving bushes around for hours, which apparently is how I like to spend my time. So I hope that if you don't like to spend your time doing that, that you can enjoy this build, because it did take me a lot of time, and it took me a while to figure out how to fit everything on this lot the way I wanted it. The lot is Rippling Flats in Newcrest. I think it's 30 by 20. In Cory's place in the original Sims, there is this little pond that the Sims can use, and I think they can like drive around little remote control boats and stuff. It's really cute. So I did do a pond in this, but I'm picturing the water on the back of the lot, like in the neighborhood that you can see kind of in the upper right hand corner right there, and now in the back. That is like the water feature that I think you would look at if you're dining at this restaurant and think like, oh, that's nice, we're near the water. So the pond here is just an homage to Cory's place. And I did try to put little ducks on it, but I could not get them to actually be in the water. And I know that there are ways like you draw a basement underneath and you do this and that, and I tried that and it just kept messing up my terrain. I am working on improving on that. I have, in effect, playtested this because I have had my Sims go there and have dinner there, and I haven't had any issues. So at least some of the tables are accessible. I think that they all are. I had my Sims go up to the little host station and ask for a table or request a table, and they were put outside. It was a family of 4, and they didn't have any problem ordering and eating. So that was good. It appears to all work well. They didn't have any issues using the stairs. They went right up there. I don't think I had them go to use the bathrooms because I think I've said before, I play my game with like all their needs up all the time. They do not want for anything. They just live for drama, my little Sims. They live for my storylines. They live to be the most extreme versions of themselves, whether that is good or bad, and I love it for them. They never have to sleep, they never have to eat, they're just dining here for pleasure, and what a life they lead. If they are real little people, like the same way we could be Sims in someone else's world, they are having a nice time, except the main Sim in my game, the one whose aspiration I was trying to complete, laughed herself to death. Not at the restaurant, but laughed herself to death. I've never seen that before. I don't know what that is. I was just going about my business, going about my day, and suddenly I see this notification and it says, Brielle is laughing herself to death. So I'm trying to click on her, and then the Grim Reaper is there, and I'm trying to select all of my Sims and click on him to put a stop to this, and it just didn't work. He claimed her, and then it said, do you want to have her as a playable ghost because I have life and death installed? And no, I don't want to have her as a ghost. That wasn't how I saw my game. This was supposed to be a lovely family, and now these children are orphaned because their mom laughed herself to death. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this build. It is on the gallery, as is everything so far on my YouTube channel. And I also have a couple builds on the gallery that I did not screen record that are just up there. And I tend to load my builds up to the gallery before I do any YouTube video or voiceover or anything for them. So if you want a sneak peek at what videos are coming next, that's a good place to look, and they're already there for you to download. I try to be minimal in my pack use, at least lately. So typically it's just either base game or 1 or 2 packs. So most players, I hope, should be able to access those and enjoy them. I really hope you like this build. I'm just going to play some music and have screenshots at the end like usual, so please enjoy.